Peace family. Back again at you with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I'm Sam. And today we're going to try to break down the so-called group ID. Yeah, that you are living right today. Yeah, you got this group ID. And you got some sciences out there telling you that you have this leader of ships. Because without it, nothing is possible. And there must be this so-called body of so-called nation that they call so. But it's all made up. It's all man-made, just like Yahweh. Science. People, don't let them fool you. And try to demonize you and claiming that you need the leader of ships. And today we're gonna find out that it's not that is not the case. It's not since you was born, you have to know what they have been doing since the beginning when you were born, and they put you in these schools. Yeah, took you to these churches. They educate you. Why do you think they educate you? They had to educate you because you are their property. You cannot self-educate yourself. They tell you that you are a cell of the body. You're not the mind of the body. You are just a little cell of the body, of what they're building. Whatever nation they're building, you are just a cell. You are there to serve this big entity that we call beast, because then it becomes a beast. All that leader of ships always becomes a beast. And then when he becomes a beast, it tells you he's too big to fail. And he becomes, he brings dictatorship on you, do whatever the hell they want. Like I told you what the state is. That's what it is. Now it's too big, because it owns the whole state. You are stateless. And all the laws work against you, because he writes laws, not you. You can't write no laws or nothing. You're just there to take all the contracts that the leader of ships throw at you. You become his slave. There's no, if you let them fool you, that you need to be part of somebody, yeah, to have another God outside of you, which is that leader, Yahweh. Just like, y'all remember when Moses took them to the desert? Yeah, took all of them, made them perish there after 40 years, all this generation. He killed them in there under Yahweh's supervision, which was the leader of ships that decided their destiny. These people had no self-will of themselves. They were robots, androids. And this is the same thing that I see these niggas teaching them on YouTube. Same thing that they have been doing forever. What system do you think is running what Babylonian? I'm gonna break, because we gotta break this down. What the Babylonian system is all about. Guess what? It's about leadership. Otherwise, there is no Babylon. Without leadership like that, you're not going to have Babylon. And what is Babylon? They get you into this, if you black, all blacks need to gather together to build the Tower of Babel. Yeah? And when you build the Tower of Babel, you know what that means? These people get you to gather together with other people and to build this nation. Then he leads over you, and then he gets together with other leaders and stand up, and he becomes even more powerful than you think. And he doesn't care if the other leaders, what color they are, or nothing. He can't because he wants to. This is about power. This is about being a god. They playing God on you because you sold your birthright to him. Okay, just like what they tell you in the cube, you know, sold his birthright to serve another nation. So you have no immune system when you are under leadership. You have no immune system. That's why you go to jail. Your leader is not going to come down to jail to free you. Hell no, because he already got deals with the guys that profit from you being in jail. So how the hell is he gonna come down to take you out because you're a black guy and he's your leader? Hell no. So you see, I told you guys, they play an illusion on you. They know you ignorant. They know you don't know, you know. And I told you they know philosophies, you know what I'm saying? And they use that as well to destroy the most feeble ones, you know, because you're always going to have people that needs, you know, they are depending. They depend on leadership to guide them, to tell them what to do every year, to teach their kids, because they just, you know, don't have what it takes. They are incompetent. And some of them is not because they want to be incompetent, they're just incompetent. And even if you want to make them competent, they wouldn't be because they just they just like that. Yeah. So these type of people is the people that, and you have to understand that the whole system since you were born has been teaching you to what? To serve. Everything around you tells you to serve since you were born. They take you to school. They teach you to step up in the queue. You know what I'm saying? Stop at the light. Walk in the pavement. They tell you everything. What to do. And you just obey. And many of these things you don't even know why you do it. You just know that you do it because you were told to do it. I mean, most of these things you don't even know why you do it. You do it because your leader have to control you. He have to think for you. He needs to give you a religion. He needs to give you a job. He needs to give you, you know, football stadiums. He needs to give you celebrities. He needs to give you police. He needs to give you jails. But one thing he's not going to give you is your freedom. Sorry, you sold that. You sold your soul. As I explained to you, is look, man, any of that is no different from the Israelites. Okay, this old system, this old Babylonian system, follow the same scientific, mathematical script. We're gonna call that. They all need the leadership, and the leadership decides their fate. Yeah. So when you're talking about individuality and people get, you know, especially these wannabe leaders, they're not gonna like you. It's not because they don't want you to be free. You know, they want you to serve them. They want to be on top, and they off the pyramid. There's got to be a pyramid. It's a Babylonian satanic system. You know what I'm saying? And these are the six cells in the body, and this is how you see the result of leadership today. I don't need to make up that you know you know if somebody don't have a leadership, he is wrong. You need a leadership, but you always had leadership. What happened? What happened to Moses? What happened to David? What happened to all these African countries? They all have leadership, don't they? But every year, you look back there and you see people still suffering. They all work as a group. They all blacks. They all in the same country. And they still suffering. But you're gonna have niggers that never been in Africa. Yeah? You were not born there or nothing. And you're gonna be talking about what Africa is all about. Who is African? Who is not African? You never been in Africa, Negro. You can't talk about Africa if you were not even born in there. You understand that? You don't know what it's like. Yeah, because you see, there's some nephews there in in America talking about they Africans. They never been to Africa, but they're gonna tell you all niggas came from Africa. They don't know the history or nothing. We explain to you the whole history they gave you is all upside down. That Africa was America, America was Africa. And I told you, it's all corporate names that they use over time. And these names change over time, as we seen back then. Names we mutate. Yeah, and then because you know that the Nephilims, with the whole leadership thing, there's always wars in the end. When they grow too big to fail, that's what happening today. All the leadership now grow up too big to fail. And now they're trying to, reset the place to restart. That's what's up. But you're gonna have these clowns, these same guy, and don't forget, these guys you see out there talking about like that are the guys that work for the state, because the state have these implants to tell you that they want to govern you. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want you to govern yourself. That's why they out there telling you that without them, without Jesus, you're going to die. It's all BS. People don't follow them. It's all BS. Yeah. Yeah. I already told you guys, man. And we're gonna go over it and over it till you get it. Got the leader of ships, and the ships are dead entities because they have no self-will of themselves, and they have to submit their will to their god or to their leader. The old ships, they have to stand apart. Yeah, you're not going to govern your life. So when you name a leadership, the king will rule over you, and he will be responsible for your destiny. If he makes a kingdom and say that you have to pay for the house, then you have to pay for the house forever and pay taxes forever and pay, whatever the king says so, because you named him to be king of you and sold your rights to have a leader. You know. So when I'm talking to you about your individuality and self, that you need to know yourself individually first. To, Come on, if you don't know your rights as an individual when you were born out of your mom, yeah, you were not born with a leader for you. You're born alone, and you're going to die alone. He came from heaven to here and then going somewhere with the leader. These are just your life experience, not nobody else. It's your experience, not theirs. But they will make up to you that the whole you need a body, and the body is the nation. We need this big black nation to defend ourselves against other people. We fear other people. This is the damaged genes that telling you that they live in fear of other people. And they cannot live in harmony with other people. Why would that be? Because they've been polluted by the devils. The devils are the ones that cannot live in harmony with other people. So when you have these Negroes telling you that, you know they polluted by the invaders gene that says that, he can't live in harmony with other people and he needs to have power, dominion over everybody. That's the ultimating power that they want. And because all the leaders come to that, they will agree that, okay, we're going to make a big ass road. We're going to own the whole road. The 10 of us on the top. And the whole road worship us. That's what they do. So you will have Moses, and you will have the leader of all the other religions coming together and ruling the world like today. That's what they do. You are just, I told you, word of state when you listen to these guys. And there's no way you can come out of that or after they set up all this government on you. I told you what government means. It's govern the mind. Yeah, we've been through all that. And and you still got a lot of, told you, Negroes are ignorant. Yeah, they don't even know the words that come out of the deceivers. When they tell you you need a government, you need somebody to govern your mind. That's a whole another science outside of you. Yeah, Mosai is not outside of you, and Mosai don't govern you from outside of you. He govern you from inside of you, from your brain, and from your mind. These guys are coming from outside of you, telling you that they are your king, and only they can establish order or chaos that they're doing now. What they're doing, they establish chaos. Why is that? You're not responsible for your destiny. So whenever and whatever they can do what, chaos or order. It's up to them because it's not up to you. That's all you need to know. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them fool you with BS, man. Yeah, so we're gonna break down now how your government is happy genetics over you, your leaders. Yeah, at the cause of all your illness. We explained that on my other channel, Index Babylon, that they deleted because it was explaining to you that these guys are all frauds. It's not a, and once they delete my channel, there's no way I'm gonna give them peace. They're gonna have to now deal with Mosaic. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm coming everything clean on you, for you to understand the deception behind these clowns. It's not a, and you're gonna find out that these guys are the ones deceiving. These are leaders that you appoint over yourself, are the ones deciding when you are sick and when you are well. Yeah, telling you you gotta go and take the shots. All of them were wearing the mask and everything, telling you gotta go and take shots. You lost your soul, and I saw how they lost their souls. That when that happened was when I wake up that this leader of sheep is the one doing this. Yeah, and he's out there leading them and governing them. That's how he governs them. He blinds them, he blindfolds them, take them down the street, and do as he pleases. Standard. So it's 2023, man, and if you still that dumb to listen to these guys, you deserve everything coming on you very soon. That's all I'm gonna tell these guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because all they're gonna do, man, is enslave you all the way with that corporate Papalagui bullshit. Yeah. until they become too big to fail. And then, you make a cancerous society because they are cancer. They are parasitic. They need your energy. That's why they need to be your leader. Don't let you flow your energy. Yeah, what they teach you that when you have two waves, two different waves, yeah, they encounter, it becomes a bigger wave. You understand that? But if you have two waves that are the same, what do you think is going to happen? Then you have a million waves that are the same. What do you think is going to happen? They all going to cancel each other, and then the leadership have to guide them all the time because there's no information. These are all bots waiting for instructions because they are, illiterate. You know what I'm saying? They need a leader to guide them. And these leaders are on YouTube talking shit against us, talking like, they know something. They don't know nothing, man. They all slaves leading you to slaughter. Standard. A lot of them tell you they're not even Negroes. They're not even Africans or nothing. All psyops, man. Not that. And then you got these other Negroes that been who follow them. The guy servant Negroes that been programmed to do that, or the other Negroes that are in the agenda and are part of the state. You know what I'm saying? They there to cause confusion. All of them that are part of the state are there to cause confusion of information, hide information. They watching us, deleting our videos. They everywhere. Don't think they everywhere watching everything, controlling everything. And see, we watch them as well. We know them. Yeah. They're not there to help you. They're not there to save us. Or nothing. They're just hiding stuff, deleting videos, and pushing their government agenda. You need to be governed. You need to be governed. Without government, his body will die. What body? Who made that body? Any government is a body created, but not by you. Created by entities not known to you. Because they introduce themselves. They pull you into their contract. You didn't create this contract. You don't benefit from this contract or nothing. You're just a foolish, illiterate guy. That's why they take your energy, man. So feel free to follow them. Yeah, I can even challenge you guys. Against, delete, can close all my videos. And we're gonna wait 3 years to see what these guys are gonna do with you. If they're gonna teach you anything else that I didn't teach you. Yeah, or if they're just gonna keep pushing you to do a new government, like they've been doing since they had Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all these, government agents coming in telling you they want to be your leader. And then they play in some, there's always drama and somebody died. And your leader died. But you're still in the same slavery. I need civil rights. We have civil rights. Dumb down the ship. That's right. Yeah. And other names that they scream out there that I don't, like BLM. You know what I'm saying? It's all the government. You're a slave. That's where the slavery is coming from. Okay? So, and we're gonna break it all down, man. And to understand that since the slavery ended, for example, you have to look at all these countries and how corrupt they are today. They all have leadership, and the whole leadership becomes corrupt. Yeah, and the people suffer and go without. You know what I'm saying? And when you wake up and you want out, because you remember a lot of leaderships when they start, especially in Africa, where I came from. Well, People had land. People had that time when I was young, and before, a little bit before, they had resources. Even my dad down back there, my granddad, they all had resources. They had big lands with trees growing on it, you know what I'm saying? We will go there and we can just get a lot of fruits and whatever, give to people, or, people will just walk in anyway and get whatever the hell they want. That's the times that exist no more. There were mangoes everywhere, there were cashew mangoes everywhere, there was food, there were all types of stuff for free, falling straight from nature on the floor. Then they start, oh, now we need a president and prime minister and da 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 da. So that was after the so-called independence, when the Portuguese left and gave them the land and everything, you know what I'm saying? And then they got their own president. Yeah, I'm gonna explain to you why these Negroes that you see on YouTube talk about you are an African, we need leadership. They all deceptors, Decepticons. Yeah, I'm gonna explain to you why. I got life experience with these clowns. Yeah, they got the land. Once they got the president, prime minister, and all that, they start cutting international deals, and they start taking the lands of the people. Yeah, and charging them taxes, and when they couldn't pay, then they take the lands, and they sell the lands to foreigners that go there, to do business, holidays, or even to dig oil. They can go to there just to dig oil, and next minute, the whole land is polluted. It was so beautiful, and there always just oil everywhere, and all the beautiful animals, they all died. You know what I'm saying? And the whole land is desolate, and people had to leave, and people were arrested because they tried to fight back. The so-called government, they got arrested, they got hanged. Many of my family even, went down like that. You know what I'm saying? So I know what this thing is from the beginning of my life. I was a kid and I remember everything. You know what I'm saying? And these guys, when they build the government like that, it doesn't have nothing to do with racism or nothing. You go back to Africa, same abominations they're going to be doing. It's nothing to do with no racism like these Americanos try to tell you. Yeah, this backwood American that lived, I don't know, in the woods, telling you, it's racist, the white man, and the problem is the white man. No, they do the same shit in Africa, and there's no white man in there to tell them what to do. But before you know it, they sold out. It's the leadership. The people didn't want none of that. People wanted just to be free. People just wanted their own land. People just wanted, they were free before and they were happy. They had everything they need. They didn't need nothing, extra. But their leadership took them the ways that are not good and destroyed the whole thing by his own will, not theirs. He skipped everybody's will. He destroyed his own people. These are cancers. That the that's how the aliens actually took over this realm. You have to understand that they had to have leadership. Without leadership, how are you gonna have a Hitler convincing millions of people to go around and kill the whole Europe and the whole world? You're not gonna have that without leadership. If everybody's in small communities, family communities, yeah, and friends and family communities, you're not gonna have a beast like Hitler, for example. They tell you all the time, scaring you with, what leaderships, what they do. And even today, you have, you got Bush, you got Obama, you had all these guys. So what leaderships do? How crazy they get, how out of order they get. But here you are again with the same people telling them, you need more government. You niggas need more government. If you don't have government, it's because you're sick. You need help. How are you going to explain that when you're still living right now under the government, yeah, under all types of government, and your life is miserable, and you're coward, and you hide. Oh, it's the white man. It's because of other people that I can't succeed. Yeah, but it's nothing to do with them. It's to do with these demons and the leadership that they chose that sold them out and took all their rights. And they find themselves with no rights, but still talking about leadership. Where is your leader, Negro? Where? You had 1940s, 1950s, 1960s, 1970, 80, 1990s, 2000. Where is your leader? What did he do to you since you were born? He's not there to do nothing for you. So why do you need a leadership if he's not there to do nothing for you and you are there to do everything for him? You're useless. Why do you need him? You claim you don't have no rights. Why is that? Because you have leadership. And as long as you do, you have no rights. That's what their law say. I'm not saying that. I can prove that. The law itself, their own law tell you that you must obey your leaders. Even Jesus tell you, obey your masters. You know what I'm saying? So Joshua went down, killed the Canaanites, in the army, and they all follow his leadership. Yeah, it's the same people are going to tell you that the Israelites are wrong, and they're going to talk to you about they need leadership. But look what leadership do. He took them down and killed the Canaanites. That's leadership to you. You know, they're parasitical and destructive. And often they are religio. They are all religion, in fact. Even the ones that tell you they're not, any leadership is down to religion. Because it's the same sketch, it's the same script that they use. Okay, you have to have this leader of sheep. It could be Yahweh, it could be anybody. Okay, even inside or outside, doing the same thing, telling you, you are an African. It's the same thing than telling you, you are an Israelite. It's the same thing than telling you, you are Portuguese. It's the same thing than telling you, you are Indian, you are Chinese. Yeah, it's leadership contract, the cube. And you then are treated as such object. Okay? You are an object, a peon. You're not in no chess game. You're just a peon. You have no rights, but the rights given to you by the leader of the ships. Because you're a ship. Understand that? So you're not our level to even, talk about deep stuff. You understand who you are. You need to keep, serving your God, your leadership. That's all that they tell you in the Bible. Serve your master. But this same guy, hypocrite, going to tell you, no, these Israelites are evil. The Israelites are evil. They killed the Canaanites. They are evil. But then gonna tell you that you want to be a leader. What do you think he's going to do? You think he's any better than Joshua and Moses or better than Bush or Obama or any of these guys, or even Trump. Think any leader you're gonna have is better than them. No, they all men, they all pride, they all ego, and they all take your soul, and they don't give a damn about you. Okay, that's how you die. That's how you become a slave. And then when you're in a bad place, you wanna blame God. It's God always never helped me. No, it's you that neglected, forsook your God, and followed vanity, like they tell you, follow deities, because you need a leadership. Now, giving you the ultimate wisdom on YouTube. It's not a, because this is the channel that they delete. Not these clowns. They don't delete that channel. They get there talking shit all day. YouTube don't delete that channel. Or nothing. It's not a, because all corporate groups are incompetent and YouTube knows that. They deal slaves. And they're leading you to the slaughter of slavery and all that. So YouTube is down with that. It's not a, so let me check this. Yeah, man, it's 36 minutes, which is Masonic. But I'm thinking to stop, man. After explaining to you guys that the whole government thing is a fraud that they're trying to sell you. You know what I'm saying? And you can trust nothing to tell you. Yeah, you being and trying to, I don't know, man. Your individuality is not a political center. Yeah, your individuality is your inner self. Is what Mosaic is where Mosaic is within you. Yeah, is the place that you contemplate wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And there is where you make your decisions. That either who you're gonna follow, who you're not going to follow. And you were born in a society that told you to follow people since you were born. They trained you to worship other people, to go to church, worship another god, to go to work and worship another man, and to send money to another man to worship and then tell him to do something for you because you're useless. And you were not taught, not because you're useless, but because you were not trained to help yourself. And they don't want you to do that because they need your energy to feed themselves. That's all there is to it. Okay, I'm not gonna keep this too long. That's it, man. Love you all. Keep the instructions. Peace.